And we're live. So once we figure this out, we'll make it short and sweet because this is just a test at this point. Because it's going on to YouTube. Really, imagine we can take it down.
I would think, but based on this experience.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our first hangout for Farm Hack. We're figuring this out, so stay tuned. We just posted, if any of you are joining us now, we just posted a URL to the Farm Hack forums.
Did he?
Oh, you should just check your email and post it.
What's up?
Oh, yeah. Check your personal email.
Yep. He already posted it.
Oh, you did. Great. Okay, RJ, since we're broadcasting, do you want to go ahead with the presentation you prepared?
Sure. Just updating the tonight at 7 o'clock open hour about FIDO. I'm going to update this post so it doesn't have
cut
to
it
go
to half an hour. Is RJ still on?
All right. All right, so updating the topic right now is also having technical difficulties. So for the sake of this recorded session, I will start with the presentation. So folks who aren't able to get on this evening, we'll make it easy for you to get on next time. But we will also have this presentation recorded for everyone to watch later. So you're probably watching later right now, so thanks for watching. Here we go. I'm going to turn on my camera and say hi. Try that out. Let's try sharing screens. All right. So, I'm here today presenting on the FIDO project that has a long history with the farm hack community. It's a temperature alert system. So if your greenhouse, it was originally inspired by Ben Schutz, a farmer who came to a farm hack event and talked about how he lost a bunch of starters one year in his greenhouse because it got too really hot one spring day, and he didn't know that the person that was supposed to be there wasn't able to make it, and all of his starters died. So we built a little system to send him a text message when it's getting too hot in his greenhouse. And so it's been about 2 years of that project now. We can see the documentation about that on farmhack.net on the FIDO tool. And it's gone through a couple iterations. Version 1 and version 2. Version 2 is, our first version was based around a little chip called the Arduino, and the other one, the newer one, is based around a chip called the Raspberry Pi. There's a video demo here in case you want to see any of this. It's that one is actually a live demo in a greenhouse using it. And but today I'm just going to give a quick update on the progress that we've made over the summer. And a big development that's actually happened in the past 2 weeks, we're using a new sensor. So this is the original version of the 2.0. And it's a Raspberry Pi computer. This is Raspberry Pi. And it has a USB temperature sensor connected to it. And a little Wi-Fi dongle that's attached. This is all USB stuff, so it's very plug and play. And so when you have this plugged in to your, when you have it connected to your network, you get a little website that's available only to you on your network. Actually, let's check this out. The demo. And there it is at raspberrypi.local. And you can see that there is currently have one of these set up here on the network here where I am. And it's currently reading the temperature of 23 Celsius. Now, when you plug it into your network, right into your router, you get all these options for connecting it to the Wi-Fi if you want to. So you don't have to have it plugged directly into your network. You get to turn the switch on and off, and give the min and max to when to send you alerts. Let's say it's like 80 degrees or 100 degrees when it's too cold, maybe 32. You get to put in your phone number. Carrier to send it to, and the location. I won't go through all this stuff today, but mostly the important thing that I want to show you guys is you can see most of this demoed again in this video here. There's me. But today I want to show you guys the next iteration. So we are about to, so I just went over the history. We are about to launch two things. Service for the alarm system that will alarm you when your alarm is not going to be able to send you a text message. So these things can, anybody familiar with a fire alarm that runs out of battery, it doesn't work so well when it runs out of battery, and you want to know when it's running low. So usually they do things like make loud beeping noises. But maybe you haven't noticed that your FIDOs, you actually plug them in oftentimes to the power source. The power in your greenhouse might go out, or you may lose the internet connection there, or if you're connecting it through a cell tower, you may lose connection to that cell tower. You probably want to know when your alarm is not going to be able to alarm you. So we build something to alarm you when that's the case. And the next big thing is that we're going to soon be selling these as kits, so that you don't have to source all the parts, and we put a lot of it together for you, so you don't have to do some of the harder parts. I'm just going to show you guys real quick the. Oh shoot, my video camera doesn't work. That's right. All right. Well, I can't show you the unit I have here, but is plugged into right next to our fridge right now, and it's communicating to our heartbeat service. So I'm logged into my account. I have actually 2 of these FIDOs that are calling home, and one's called Grove 0 and one's called Grove 1. And you can see this one actually right now is traveling to another location, so it hasn't called home since last month on the 25th. And this one just called home. Oop, there it goes. You just saw it flash yellow. That means it updated. It means it just called home. And for this one, we have little settings set up so that alert when it turns on and alert when it turns off. So if this doesn't call home in about 5 minutes, it will send me a text message according to the phone number that I have in my account. I won't show it, my phone number, on air. But one of the things that we can see is I select view of this device, and I get to see a live view of the device and all the settings in it. So that's the extent. So when we launch the kits, this heartbeat service is experimental, so we'll be probably giving it away for free. And but we're hoping that it will help folks when they first get their FIDO kits to be able to see that, oh yes, it's connected to the internet. Oh yes, it's calling home. When maybe you're away from home and you're not near the local area network, your Wi-Fi network, you're able to check online here and see that it's calling home, and have the confidence that you don't hear from us, then everything's fine. So that's what we're working on, and just another step to make things, give folks more confidence that things are going well in their greenhouses or in their refrigerators or wherever temperature might matter. So that's my just quick presentation on this, on where the FIDO project is. We actually had the chance to do a lot of work at Tuckaway Farms and Wild Miller Gardens this summer. We successfully tested all summer without any serious hardware failures. The biggest challenge was we set ourselves up so that we were doing long distance communications. So we had a greenhouse that was about a mile away from where we had internet, and we were sending it over using a Wi-Fi bridge, which is 2 devices that cost about $50 each. So for $100 you can send Wi-Fi out to a very far location. And so we were experimenting with that. So we got to see through this, we set it up so it was very sensitive, so that if it was out for just like a minute or two, it would this heartbeat service would alert us that the internet connection is down. And we definitely saw that when you have these wireless communication devices out in the fields, all spread out around your farm, when it rains, that appears to be the biggest challenge, that you end up having downtime. And so we were able to see that there was, when it was raining the hardest, you'd get these little periods of about a minute and a half of downtime. And so whenever it got rainy, because we had it so sensitive at the time, it would send us a text message about every couple of minutes, letting us know that it's not hearing back from the FIDO. And so for practical purposes, it actually works just, even if you have rain, you really only care if it's if it's communicating back home every 5 or 10 minutes. That's probably just fine enough to know whether or not your greenhouse is too hot or too cold. So we're pretty encouraged by the results from the testing that we had this summer, and knowing that a mile out and at Tuckaway Farms, it was going through lots of trees and hillsides and all sorts of stuff, and was still able to have uptimes that we find satisfactory for an alarm system for temperatures. So So yeah, so it was a good summer. I think Joel, who is very patient with having me go into his greenhouse every couple of weeks and shoving electronics in a little box and dealing with that. So that was very nice. And Doran Cox for helping out with the network stuff. We had a lot of fun driving around his farm with network gear and testing it in various places. So that was a good deal of progress that couldn't have been possible without folks like farmers like Joel and Doran. So thanks to those guys. So that's my presentation. Anybody have any questions who's on this call can pipe up and go ahead and ask. If anybody watching later, you can always reach me by commenting in the forums on farmhack.net. If you go to the FIDO tool page, you can click Submit Information, Idea, Question, or Problems. Feel free to chime in, even if you just, wondering more information, you just want to chat, just let me know. I'd be happy to talk with you. So on the call right now, I believe we have Dorn, I believe, is here.
That's right, RJ. I'm here.
Oh, right on, and we got Brian in. So for our first open air event, that's success, I would say.
Took a while to figure out that you'd set up a different way of getting to it.
Yep. So I'll stop sharing my screen so we get this.
We'll, yeah, I think this is a good test run, and Daniel and I are going to be coordinating with the public laboratory folks. They seem to have got a pretty good pattern with this, and hopefully work out some of the setup, the initial setup bugs, so it goes a little smoother.
I think one thing that might help is dress rehearsals. That could probably help out a lot with the folks who want to present an hour before, or maybe the day before, the night before, who knows. We'll try some things.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, RJ and Brian. I'm so glad that you were able to join us. I really look forward to connecting with you on remote sensing and environmental monitoring networks as we move forward.
Yeah, this is a great community. I'm glad I found you guys.
All right, RJ, I think we this was a good test, and let's if you're up for it, I think we should try to reschedule another one in the near future. Now that we've got some of the bugs figured out.
Sure. I think maybe we just keep it weekly.
Yeah.
And if that proves to be too much or too little, we'll see.
So we'll plan on scheduling another one next Monday at 7.
Sounds good to me.
And we'll make sure that gets posted on the front page, and we'll make sure we post the correct instructions for logging in. So thanks so much.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, bye.